now. How does hearing the song make you feel?
It's a good feeling because one, it speaks of progress. Two, for me, it makes me reflect a lot, like what I can still do with this sound. The truth is, I won't throw them away. I will bring them back at some point.
Okay. Do you have
just
unreleased materials with this kind of sound that didn't come out?
I don't have them like recorded. I have them in my head. If you know what I mean. Most of my songs, most of the sounds I put out, I always I create them in my head. I literally go through the entire creative process of my songs before they come out. Like I literally go through all the process. I don't just send voice notes to the producer and then he does stuff and sends back. No, I am literally involved in every stage of it because I have something in my head that I want to put out there. So I know at some point the techno sound that I did then will come out. So you heard it first in Praiseworld Radio. It will definitely, and it's not anytime far away. It's very soon.
That's prophetic, AQ.
It's good.
Some artists are going to start recording techno songs already. Like she has spoken. Better let us start getting ready for the
No, that's the side of it. Oh my goodness.
That's what the Lord is saying right now.
You know, she went into this, and everybody went in this direction. You know,
and now she's
going back, and she came. You know, for the first time, I think one of the first times I ever saw her was at a party. I think our second anniversary.
Okay. All dressed up.
Yeah, all dressed. You know, looking also young, hip and fly. Yeah.
I remember that party.
Right? So what sound do you find more comfortable? The worship, slow tempo ballads, or the techno, EDM, pop kind of sound?
For me, the worship part of me, I think it comes naturally to me. It's like my default. You just throw me out there, and naturally it comes out. That's what you hear.
What you normally do at home.
Yeah. So it's easy. That's what I could do when this worship thing that I do every
Monday and Thursday.
Yes, it's because it's my place of. I don't have to rehearse anything. I don't have to. Sometimes I start and I'm not even. There's no song in my head, but once the keyboard starts playing, it begins to flow. So I know it just comes easily. So that I would say default it comes. So the others I probably have to okay, what direction do I want to take it? Do I want to take it this direction or that direction? And in the past I've done a couple of fast songs which I really want I really want to do a remix of dance, a proper, dance was my very first single. Wow. Yeah. Yes, it was my very first. I really want to do stuff in dance and bring a lot of I'm creating it in my head and the kind of direction I want to take it. And I'm very sure when people hear it, they will be excited. You had to play it. Yeah.
So you used to work, Flow Rocker used to produce quite a number of songs.
Yes.
Back then.
I think I have done a lot of transition with producers.
Yes. Now we've been seeing a lot of E. Kelly.
Yeah.
For me, it's it's more for me. It has to be more of the place I am at a particular time,
right.
And I always go with the flow. I don't know how to do now. This person the rain make I follow him, or now this person the rain. I don't even know what I mean.
Right.
So who can hear what I can hear at that time.
Great, great, interesting.
Just like when Alagbara and everything. I'm not saying the others are not. I'm just saying when I communicate. Like right now, if I have most of the songs I'm putting out, Ikeli literally goes through the process with me, and sometimes I've not even heard that particular. He said, you sang that song, you sang something like this during the worship, and he'll give me extra. He's literally going through the process with me and not just waiting for me to send him. Yes, he's literally going through. For me, I see passion with that, and that's why I just tilt towards working with him, and because I can see and sense that he understands the direction I want to take this particular. Because I believe every project have their needs and the direction and the way I want to go. I'm always spirit, but not all the time.
Oh yeah.
But I'm very sensitive and I can tell who can do stuff for me at that particular time. So right now, he can see what I can see.
Yeah.
And he can see the end product as well in terms of the process. So naturally, I'll just tip towards any little thing. I'm like, yeah, Kelly. I remember when I first recorded with him, Jehovah, but someone told me, people will talk down on you for using someone who does secular. I said no. I said just wait. If the song is not fulfilling purpose, that means I didn't hear right.
Right.
No, I said forget. I have heard him. I have sat down with him, and we've talked. I think practically it was me and the late Eric he was producing for.
Okay.
When I recorded Jehovah Ebenezer, but I was very convinced that he had the ear to interpret it. And because for me that time basically for him was like he was just beginning to really get into gospel music. But I could hear his heart and his readiness to make it work.
Wow.
And most of the time when you have something for an artist, I'm using this to encourage upcoming artists, it's not just about I just find which producer they reign. It's not necessarily have to do with the producer that is reigning. All you need is somebody who has eyes for your vision. They can interpret that thing God has given to you. And look for that person. The person does not necessarily have to be a no-name. Right. It could just be someone who loves God, loves your sound, has a passion for what God has given to you. And the person can interpret it. You tell the person is that I want to do. The person listens to you, listens to your voice type. And the person is like, okay, I think we can go this direction. I think we can go this direction. And the person has watched you several times on stage. And the person is like, okay, I think we can do this song like this. Then the music will work. There's chemistry there, so it's easier to make great sound. So when I took Jehovah Ebenezer to him initially, and I just told him to play, because in fact that day I was even auditioning him.
Let's see how
now.
He knows.
You do audition.
So let's see how you go take through this one first.
I was hesitant, and I went, okay, let me hear. He played. I said, okay, then I'll be looking for someone to produce Jehovah Ebenezer. I was very particular, but then I was heavy with my son then, about 2 years ago. Then he played the part. I explained the atmosphere I wanted, the mood I wanted. I sat down, then he played. And after I left, did a couple of got the guitarists, and I said I want a live sound. I want to reproduce what I do on stage, because the strength of my music is more on stage, not even more on CD. Like you enjoy my ministry on stage. So I said I want that to be reflected in the songs. Yes, in the recording. So I want to do them live. So when he was done and he sent to me, I was like, okay. I think he understood the direction of where I wanted to go. So from there, I just thought, okay, I can work with him. So
wow,
he's a good Christian.
Great. Interesting. Shout out to E. Kelly, by the way. Shout out to you. I've known E. Kelly. Don't let me tell you a story that you don't know that I know from back in the day.
Christian. That I must say.
That's great. How do you receive your songs, and how do you bring it to life?
And the way AQ is demonstrating is just okay. Like the two songs that just released, like Your Name Jesus
and Your Season.
The Monday and Tuesday, Thursday worship thing that I do,
which we're going to talk about.
Yeah. In fact, most of the songs in the album came from all that.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's spontaneous playing, and I go calling Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So whilst I'm doing that, when we're done with the session, I go back and we go back and this song, we sang this song, we sang this, we sang that, we sang that. So because we saved the recording, we just go, okay, let's work on this progression. So there, me and the keyboardist were running the song. From there, I go, what was the verse sound like? Then, so for me, I would have done like the primary job there with the keyboardist. Then I just record the beat. I just said, okay, what do you think? And that's what we do for this project. That's what that's what I've been doing. Same thing with Your Season. I can remember the day I sang, the first time I sang Your Season, it was a session that I had with Chi.
And it came spontaneously.
Yes.
Ah.
The session I had with Chi, you could check if you follow me on Instagram, those are following me, if you check, you see, just check for the session I had with Chi. I posted, it was very raw. So after that day, I said, there's something here. I started working on it. So yeah. So when I had another session, I sang it again. Then I noticed I sang it differently. And I told the keyboardist, just flow with me. So we recorded it. Then I go, I don't think I want a long verse. It's not that kind of song. You know, some songs, you don't need like two song storylines of Jesus walking in the beach. I just didn't think that song was going to go that direction. So that was why I went with it. So I went with Ikeli and we arranged it, and that's it. So the songs that I've recorded, I have a couple of songs already for this new project I'm working on. They're all from that worship session.
This
So if you're not getting blessed, I like to tell the people who come to join me, I say, you know what, this thing I'm doing, in case nobody is getting blessed, I know what I'm benefiting. The songs that I've recorded, I said you don't want to know. So for me, it's like, there's something here I need to work in. Yeah. So most of them are from sessions. Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Yeah. The glory of God. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Your season. Your blood.
Your cross.
The next one.
Your miracle. Why are you guys like this?
We are reading the track list from here now. You can see it.
This is it. So
here is your name.
This project. Okay, let's do your name and come back.
Jesus, that's who you are. Jesus.
When are we looking at the album dropping?
Before the end of the year.
Oh, okay. Are you done recording?
You know how it is when you've done a couple of songs and you're like, somewhere within you, you're like, yes, there's just something else that needs to enter this thing to just make it complete. So I'm in that
space.
Yeah, just something else. I don't want to be in a hurry.
Okay.
Let me put that something else.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, Aki and I were talking about this, and we're projecting into what the album might sound like, and he actually mentioned the fact that it's possible that you will put in some of those, tricks that people do not know you have.
Yeah. I'm
like
looking forward to doing one of it.
People that knew
not
you
necessarily with the rap,
okay,
but away from
the regular.
Yeah.
Nice. So people who knew you when you were still Onos back.
I put out that question on the show one of those days, and nobody got it correctly. Yeah. Remember the day you were on the show back then, and I told you like this sound go change, and I'm like, what is the back about? Like Onos back. If you guys just started following Onos, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You're like, what are these guys saying? But those who have been following her from way back, they know what's up.
Just from way back.
guys. Oh my goodness.
Let's talk about your voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Onos has a very interesting voice, and how you get to use it is just beats my comprehension.
That's the place of gift. I'll just say it's gift, and I think over time I've learned how to use. There's something every artist should do. You need to understand your voice.
Right.
Like when my voice is cracked, I know where to go to, and I'm telling you, my voice is cracked. You're wondering, no, but you just sing finish. We heard you now. It was very, but when I'm talking to you, you can hardly hear any word. But I can still sing. I can use my low register very, very well, and so I know when to use it, even when the voice is gone. And I've had like probably back-to-back 4 events. I'm like, okay, this one I'm running on reservoir now. So I'm dropping all the keys. Probably the backups are going to be suffering because they're trying to project. You get what I mean? So over time, I've studied my voice and I've known how to use it and when to do what. Yeah.
Oh.
So you just spoke about having gigs back-to-back and stuff. How do you get to replenish? because I know that if anybody has ever seen you on stage do your thing, it's obvious that you give your all.
Oh yeah.
And virtue is going out.
Yeah, oil and virtue is really, really going out. So how do you, if you have to be at 3 places in one day, or you have 3 churches to be at between 7 and 12, as you dey hot now, everybody wants a part of your alabaster book.
Oh my goodness. The truth is, every artist, you have to find a way to rest the voice. I always do that during the week. Like Mondays, I try to keep Mondays free, to rest the voice. I could just sit down, take fruits and lounge, like watch Telemundo. Yes, I said
it. You're one of them?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Don't go put this one inside Instagram.
It's going live.
Don't put this one inside all of you.
But that's the hit clip.
The truth is, hello. The life is once you live it now. You just have to sit down and just
enjoy
watch
yourself.
movies and just watch. And the one you watch when you went to sing, you record it, you come back, you press play.
Catch up on it.
Catch up. So like I can't believe it.
I thought
I thought you were always
watching an heavenly
like TBN, Daystar.
So I was like, man, I thought she had like a channel that's like CCTV for a mansion in heaven. So she just gets some and just checks out. So how's my mansion doing? Okay. Yes, angels. Have you cleaned it? Interesting though. Really
Yes, you have to
interesting.
find a way. The truth is, you have to find a way to relax your mind, and you can think. And the other projects I'm working on, so I need to be able to sit back and
Aside
how is
music?
this one going? Well, Yusuf, I'm not into oil and gas. Don't worry.
Yeah, so a lot of people call you Oil Mama. Yeah.
I don't know where they got. I honestly don't know how that name came about. I don't know.
But I'm sure you would have heard it a lot.
I hear it a lot. I see them. I'm like, how I've got to the place whereby I don't know how to say. Don't call me that.
Oh, you don't want them calling you that?
Because the truth is, every artist, all the gospel artists are anointed. Right. Until you begin to call one particular one Oya Mama, I don't know. For me, it just feels like this one holy pass this one. I mean, this one, oh yeah, pass this one. And most times when they use that word for events, when you have it, when there's a concert, they're already introducing you as Oya Mama. You come and Holy Ghost no flu. There's somebody behind one. Why they call Oya Mama?
No, but that has never happened.
No, I'm just saying. Unconsciously, it puts you under pressure. You're like,
right.
Oh, if you're not speaking in tongues before you begin to speak, you're like, this one now, they have an expectation.
Yeah.
Right. I know when people have an expectation, hey, Jesus Christ. You prayed properly before you came that day. Yeah, that's just it. Well, what can we say to this?
Oh, great stuff. I always like having chatting with Onos. I mean,
that should be gisting.
I always say that there are a number of female artists, Nigerian female artists that are just like my
favorites.
Guys. Yeah, my guys. Yeah, they're my guys. I mean, chatting with them alone is just so much fun. Ada happens to be on that list as well.
Yeah, Ada.
Yeah,
I think Nikki is there too.
Nikki's on the list.
Yeah,
Nikki is Agbero now. Now Nikki's area
Have you
mama.
ever heard the line, it takes one to know another?
Have I?
I'm sure you have. You're a Christian.
Have I? I don't know what you're talking
This is
about.
why she doesn't know what to do.
I love you. I love you. By the way, Annie's on that list as well. I just thought to mention that as well.
Yeah. Annie's also really.
Area mama went to party.
Let me stop right now before I go on and on and on. Now, let us talk about the song Your Season. I know we talked about it already this morning, but can we just really delve into it? A lot of people are going through seasons, and while some people will say, no matter how much you pray, God will not give you tomorrow's blessing today. Like some seasons you have to go through. For example, the planting season. You have to plant if you want to have a season of harvest. You know, so some people are going through that weeping season right now, and someone is saying, "Yeah, I know, God, man, I know, but you don't do now. You don't do. Like,
I've been here too long.
Can this season just end? I mean, can you speed up the process? Can you get me to my promised land already? I mean, I've spent so much time in this wilderness." So this song, Your Season, is prophetic. It's a declaration that, you know what, you've done all the crying. you've been denied, you've suffered delay, disappointment, but your time, your season of the blessing is here. Your morning has come. But what am I doing talking about the song when the owner of the song is here? So
You're preaching already. Just to give offering time. Oh, pastor. Pastor.
Oh, at that door, our basket is there. What's else? So tell us more about this song and what it really means to you and to us.
Firstly, the song, I was speaking to myself. Firstly, because, over time, I've come to notice that if your songs don't minister to you, it's not going to get to anybody.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I first catch the blessing and catch the revelation first. And as I'm singing, it's my season. I begin to notice that I walk into things that I've probably been praying for before, and it looked like the doors have been shut, and I begin to realize that the doors are opening because there's power in our words and power in our confessions. And the song basically is for someone, yes, probably in a season where they've been weeping and experiencing pain. For that lady who just lost her husband and she's in a place of pain. For someone who, yes, been waiting and expecting for God to come through for them. The song is just basically saying it is your season. Whatever it is you're going through, in the midst of the pain, there is power. You don't have to give up. Keep holding on, keep pressing on, because it is your season. Because the God who has given you that gift, that blessing, that dream is able to bring it to pass. So walk in it, believing that this is the season. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I confess it because it is my season. The season of dryness is over. As I'm singing to myself.
Yeah.
It's over in any form. When people talk about dryness and sadness, people think someone has to die first. No. You could be in the place of in a job you're in and you're not finding satisfaction and you're just looking for a way out, and you just need some form of inspiration, something to get you out of that place. There are a lot of people in jobs that they're not finding fulfillment in. There are people that are trying to do that kind of business or looking for, oh God, I need idea. You can walk into a season filled with great ideas. Oh, Jesus. Now I'm preaching to myself.
Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
I know I'm walking into that season myself where I just think about it and run with the vision.
Yeah.
And you know how you have an idea, and I just have this idea. I don't know how it will materialize. And sometimes all you need to do is just move. Just take a step of faith. Probably the step of faith is to call someone, not necessarily to share all the visions with you, because not everybody can share them with, but act on it, walk in it, because it's your season. It's your season to testify. It's your time, the period for you to testify. You've waited, so you've fasted. The truth is, sometimes as believers, we dwell more in the fasting and less in the believing. So we need to come to that place where we believe that God has said it will happen. Just believe. And let your faith, put your faith to work, because it is your season.
Put your faith to work. And that's an instruction for someone out there. You've been doing all the fasting. You've been doing all the asking. But you have not been doing the receiving. So God, you're asking for stuff, and God is really handing the stuff over to you. Instead of you to receive it, you are still asking. Like you're still asking, and God is saying, put your faith to work and collect what I have given to you.
Step out of the boat.
Don't stay there. I've provided this for you. Get it. And that's the part where you need to put your faith to work. And this is your season.
And not just saying amen. Some people know how to type amen in every conversation on social media, and they don't really believe. So you have to go. You have to go from just saying the amen, I believe it, to just really believing. Because the truth is, the difference between that person who God is blessing and you, the person probably just believes. The person may not even be praying or fasting as much as you do. The person is just putting his or her faith to work. That's just the difference. So it's your season, people.
Yes, it is. In case you haven't gotten the song, by the way, the song is called Your Season. It's on our website. You can find the link via our website to your favorite digital store: iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Minstrels, Spirit Coco, Apple.
What is Apple? It's not iTunes.
Mango.
I sound like all those worried people who say no fit differentiate.
We're gonna play the song right now. Please put your faith to work. These words are not ordinary words. Yeah. It's prophetic, very prophetic. So hey, get it.
It's so easy to listen to Praiseworld Radio, Africa's #1 online gospel radio station on the go. Simply whip out your phone, go to your app store, search for Praiseworld Radio, download the app, now install. That's it. Launch the app to tune in anytime by tapping the icon. Guess what? It doesn't even burn your data. With less than 15 MB, you can stay tuned for 1 hour. Isn't that cool? You can also enjoy lots of interesting features by navigating the app. So, what are you waiting for? Download the Praiseworld Radio app today.